to the game.
I could look at existences, you know, baby blues all day, but
look at that hair. It's second to none.
But yeah, we are actually live in the pistol round right now. There we go. Okay, we're gonna get into it. We haven't missed any frags. Some of the nades have been used, but you guys get a general idea of what the two teams were aiming for here with the setup. 3Max actually doing a very good job holding on to their nades, not having really used anything at all, in fact. So very patient hold coming out from both teams.
Yeah, and looking at the arsenal, the 3Max on the T side are bringing two smokes there. I think one's just been put into place, but actually not going to go off the back of it. Natu and Stonda still out there, but the vast majority backing away. Going to force maybe RPK to show a little bit of where he was, but look where they're lining up. And Natu making it down towards the back stairs there. RPK does find him, but the vast majority of the T side are breaking through to the upper bomb site. This is insane stuff. Can they make this count?
This is excellent. This is an excellent play from 3Max so far. They've just completely caught Titan out of position. Kenny does manage to return and get two frags. Nearly gets a third, but he runs out of bullets, and it's down to Maniac now. But both players here, both remaining players for 3Max are so very low.
Oh my god,
and they bumble it. XR, he can't get out of the ladder. He can't help his mate. He's only got 40 HP. Maniac is down to 50. XR just goes for the bomb plant, but he's just wide open, and they don't even manage that. Maniac clutches it for Titan, keeps them alive.
2 and 2. Kenny S and Maniac there. Brilliant stuff on that upper bomb site. Somehow picking up 2, and as you said, the fumble more than anything. It was all looking 3Max in. The play on the outside area, the smoke coming in, the rotate, it was all there. But then just fell apart.
Now, I believe that was Natu running out through the yard down into secret. So unfortunately, he only spotted one guy there. I think they would have been even faster 3Max if they knew that two guys were holding lower like that. So just a little bit of information lacking. Nice shot there by Kenny, and he gets the follow-up onto XR. Gets the headshot onto Caron. Can he get the man on silo, though? Now it's just like, okay, the Kenny show. This man showed up mid-air, takes out Stonda, and then he drops Disturb down to 3 HP before finally getting overwhelmed.
That's Kenny S. This guy gonna find that form even with the scout.
That's what I'm saying, though. He's just gonna go to the scout. He's like, okay, the op is a little bit weaker now. It's a bit slow. I'm feeling a little sluggish, guys. Guess what? Vroom, vroom. You know, start crouching all over the place. Yeah, I believe it, man. He is so fast.
And he's made it work. Picking up 3 on the outside, they're going to completely cut 3Max off at the knees. Natu now the last man standing. They can't even get towards where that scout was dropped. There's no chance they're going to get control of that. And Natu going to try and maybe find a pick here or there, but there's so few options. And Titan are playing to that. RPK getting a little bit of a peek maybe there. Natu now being spotted. See, just going to close it out with Existence. And 2-0 now on the board. Clean so far for these pistols. And worked off the back of it. But this is the moment that was just sublime.
Yeah, this is just fantastic. That follow-up headshot. He hits 3 shots in a row, basically. Tags XR, gets the shot on him, then headshot, then this one. I mean, Kenny sometimes, when he's on, it's just a thing to behold. It's a thing of beauty. But this is actually, look at this, 3Max.
Wow.
This is a funky buy.
And Kenny S doesn't have armor either, so going for that glass cannon towards the outside, feeling confident enough. No scout or anything on 3Max to challenge necessarily, but we do have the Tech 9s, we do have a lot of smokes. They've got a lot of utility to get towards it, but will Apex expect this? He's pushed up pretty close.
Oh, he better expect this. Because 3Max seeing this kind of aggressive smoke, they have to be aware. Flash through, and there you go, perfect timing, but then there's the follow-up. And now they know that there's guns. Now they're like, wait, 1 second, there's an ump on over there? Like, where did that come from?
And this is just 3Max being 3Max. 4v3 now, though. They've kind of lost out on that little bit of a surprise. They didn't gain much from the exchange in the end. And actually, RPK now feeling confident, going to add insult to injury. But there's the exchange again. They're keeping themselves in this one, the T side. Garon and Natu looking for a little more here. Got the bomb to hand as well. They've got everything to play for. But 45-ish seconds, they're going to start struggling. A Maniac holding firm.
Yeah, very, very good position for Maniac as well, because he knows if I can, as far away as I can get from that ump, it's going to be the bet. Like, I'll be able to hold better. What he doesn't know is that Natu has an AK to play with. And there you go. He finds it out the hard way. Takes a bullet to the face. So he doesn't have to worry about that anymore. Now it's up to Existence, and it's up to Kenny. And Kenny already in position behind the silo, just going to be dancing, but he gets tagged down to 8 HP. He does drop Natu, though, so that's the damage done. Caron only 8 HP left, and Caron actually comes in and gets that kill. This is so close now.
He's got so much to work with. He did have a molly, puts it down. Existence, full HP, plays it well. But will he find the plant? He's sure he knows where he is. And the glass breaking. Caron's got to know he's behind him. Flash comes through. Existence turns. Existence working in cautiously, but the UMP, it still gives the damage, but not enough. Existence is there, worked his way in well. Going to take Kenny S's orb and then get the defuse. And once again, Titan got a little close for comfort. But 3Max not quite able to get that round on the board.
No, but think of the damage that they did here. They got the bomb plant, they got several kills with SMGs, and they got 4 kills on Titan. 3Max shouldn't be too displeased with this result, just because look at the impact that that's going to have on the money for Titan now. So 3D Max could even, yeah, exactly. They aren't even going to hesitate. They're just going to go for the straight up buy. If they win this round, they're putting Titan on a hard eco. This is big right now for 3D Max. This is a great opportunity for them.
They really have invested, haven't they? Caron, Natu, and Zart all going to go for those bigger guns in the game. The Tech-9 still with Disturbed and Stonda, but it's not like they do any less damage, and it's going to be a big play coming out from Disturbed. Getting a little aggressive there. Going to slow it down once that smoke comes into practice down by Radio. It's going to be RPK just holding it calm. Going to get all these smokes, the flashes and mollies used up. Still a minute on the board, and they haven't shown the fact that they have these bigger guns. They've not shot a single bullet with that Galil yet, or the AK. They've only rattled those Tech-9s off. So 3 Max holding those cards fairly close and getting a good bit of a tag towards Maniac. And where's the play going to come in? Disturbed does find RPK. That's the upper side open. Disturbed gets the double. Kenny S goes down. And as you said, huge round could turn. And it looks like it is. Natu follows onto his existence. And Maniac left in the impossible situation.
This is a catastrophe. What is Existence doing going in through Cat when it's a 2-on-5 retake scenario? Get out. Just leave. Run. Try and save your guns. Because now it's just Maniac. He's somehow found Kenny's op, so he's going to be able to try and hold on to this. But 3D Max are doing the right thing. They're hunting right now. They're looking for this gun. They know that there's just one guy, and they're going to be able to find him as well. Maniac, he spots out XArt, but then Disturbed already lurking here in Garage, and Maniac knows that somebody's close, so he's just trying to play the angles here, just trying to play around these corners.
Such a smart player, but Willie expecting no Disturbed there. Going to close out with 3 in that round. My God, that was brilliant stuff, and I love the way he played it. But that Tech-9, I'm pretty sure he got it up towards Heaven then as well. Not only picking up, it was RPK down on towards the floor, and then following up towards who was ever up, was up in Crows or Heaven, whichever way you want to describe it. But the money, as you said, hard eco now coming out.
Well, no, not a hard eco. They're going for the force. This is it, man. Titan used to be the kings of the second round buy with the pistol and armor. Now can they actually make it work in the 5th round?
Well, it's going to be put to the test. Well, we've got 2 CZs, 3 CZs, Deagle, and that 5.7. So a little bit of everything thrown into this. You know, crazy things are happening with these pistols right now. It certainly could turn. They've got the armor, they've got nades, they've got a lot of utility to work with here.
This is wild, because if they lose this round, then they are ecoing. Then they absolutely have to eco.
And that's 2 big rounds that, in theory, 3D Max should never have had.
Exactly, and then 3D Max within striking distance of getting up to that 5th round, and it's just looking so good for the Finns. So big risk taken here by Titan. We'll see if it pays off. Deagle shot there, and Stonda not able to spot out the man who shot at him. Instead, it's going to be a push-down secret. Existence holding this angle. He's got the smoke, and this is actually very good here for Existence. He can hold. 45 seconds left as well for 3D Max. This really isn't a lot of time to act. They need to start decide where they want to take this bomb. And it's still kind of hanging around long. So it seems like they're going to want to head down to this lower site.
Well, they're going to have to fast. In all that time, it's 30 seconds. The clock is ticking. They've still got these mollies, but where are they going to put them down to practice? They've got to make their mind up. 25 seconds. A bomb starts to filter in. Existence, second by second, slowing them down. 20 seconds left. This is just insane stuff. And the Finns going to have to make a play. Existence gets one, gets the bomb down. Oh, he doesn't get the follow, but Kenny S will find Caron. And now it's a 3v4 in the time. 10 seconds left. They've left it too late. And now Stonda, last man alive. You said they can turn this, and I think they might just have done it. Bomb does go down, but Maniac comes in, and the time was of the essence. They just didn't have it.
I have no idea what, yeah, that is really just, 3D Max, what in blazes? I mean, not sure if they expected to have to deal with the nades that were waiting for them, but for Titan to come back and actually win that round, well, there we go. We're going to see the impact that has. Luckily for 3D Max, they get that bomb plant, so they should be able to get another buy going here. They really should be able to buy. Stonda has more than enough for an AWP Kevlar. So they should be just upgrading and getting it going. But I cannot believe that 3D Max, they run down the clock like that. What a smoke from Existence at long. That bought so much time. But then the hesitation from 3D Max, they needed to just step on the gas pedal and go. Instead, they chose to creep forward with 30 seconds left. Just such an awkward round from the Finns.
It really was. And we've seen how well they can play when they're confident, they're quick, when they play off the picks that they get. And we saw them just completely decimate the upper bomb site not too long ago. It was Disturbed. But in that last one, so slow, so passive, so scared. Of course, they did have an eco against them, but look at this.
Upper take. Oh, wow, Disturbed. Taking so much damage. But this should be an upper take. Natsu's in position. Kenny, Disturbed, they're all going down. And, well, there you go. Apex is going to be able to step in. Kenny just trying to find that last pick, and he's going to not get it. Existence robs him of that satisfaction. But a perfect or near perfect hold coming in for Titan. 4 players surviving, that's more than good enough. They'll be perfectly fine with that because they know that 3D Max are now in a very tight place. 3D Max are now going to have to eco.
Yeah, what maximum on their team right now is 3.1k sitting with Stonder, and it's going to be, I'm pretty sure, a completely clean eco. Tell a lie, 2 P250s, and that is it. No nades, no smokes, no nothing. They're just going to try and forge something out of this, and let's see what they try and bring to it. It almost looks like the first time we saw these guys play in the first round, going for that aggressive start, but I don't know how much you can make from this one. It looks like already Titan's starting to find a little bit of warmth here. Certainly Kenny is picking up too, denying any sort of presence towards the outside as RPK position himself up towards those rafters. And already it looks such a struggle for 3D Max to even get a single kill, let alone a tag right now.
Yeah. And when Kenny gets on fire like that, it just looks effortless for him. It's a real pleasure to watch his opping. I mean, granted, those were, anti-eco frags, yada, 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 but just it just looks so easy. He just makes it look so easy. Just the flow that he has is just remarkable. But, the team that aren't enjoying that right now is just 3D Max. Like, what do you do when Kenny starts hitting shots, like, everywhere?
Well, let's see if Stonder can do anything about it. Will he go for that challenge, or is he going to take it completely elsewhere? And seeing Kenny mostly playing up towards Heaven, just holding out there. But right now, it's actually repositioning a touch, and it looks like 3D Max just going to smoke out towards outside. Kenny is playing a little further back here, maybe expecting an AWP up against him, maybe looking for that challenge, seeing if anyone's going to be there already. You can hear those shots coming through. No one losing on too much. Natu a little low, but already Stonder starting to wait, starting to look for these options, and I'm not sure where I'd put my money right now. It's the first time we're really going to get to see Stonder doing work.
Well, they're taking advantage of the smokes, and they're actually going to change it up. They decide to go into garage. This could catch Kenny off guard, but look at Kenny. He's already changed up to such a passive position. He saw this coming from a mile away. If they start walking out, he's just going to pick them off at will. Takes out the first man. They had no idea. Gets the second with the quick scope. Nearly takes the third as well. I think he actually tagged down Natu there through the wall. Stonda's going to catch him creeping, however, and that's not going to work. But it's still a man advantage here for Titan with 40 seconds left. And the last time we saw 3D Max in this kind of position, 35 seconds left. The clock is ticking, and they are no closer to getting onto a bomb site.
They're still left out in the cold, and you can see Titan just putting themselves in these awkward positions wherever they are, whether it be lower, upper. They're playing these spots so well, and Disturb does find RPK. That is big towards the upper side. Still, Apex is there, and Apex is going to get a molly just towards his toes. He's going to get burned alive, forced towards the peak, but he gets the spray down, finds one, but that's only Natu gone, leaving the 2v2. 10 seconds remain. Bomb. It's a little out of place, and if they can stop this, it's going to be massive. Maniac comes in, denies the plant. And Titan hold on to what is a very good scoreline so far.
Apex actually gets the kill that matters most, because that 3 seconds, 4 seconds that it cost them to actually run back to main to pick up the bomb and then run back to the site means that they had very few options when it came to planting that bomb. So they're just planning as fast as possible. 3D Max, once again, just leaving it down to the last possible second, and nothing is going their way at this point. They did manage to eliminate Kenny, but then they're left out in the cold for 35 seconds, with 35 seconds left to actually get something done. And that's the issue, is that they're getting picks, but these picks don't really seem to get them into a situation where they can plant.
Well, what can they make out of this one? A couple of Tech 9s, some armor on Karon, so could make it count. Already does find one, but as you said, not really equating to much beyond that. His existence on the cleanup crew comes in and does shut down 3, taking Titan further into such a comfortable lead at the moment. And it looks like the slight struggle that was being brought out by 3D Max at the start when they were trying to get these really close rounds when no one was closing comfortably. It looked like we were going to have a real close game on our hands. At 3D Max, we were going to push it. But I don't know what faded away here. I'm looking to see a little more. They're back on the buy, so maybe they can make something out of this, because they certainly need to soon, because 8-1's starting to look a little bit weary, even for the T side.
It's definitely looking a bit rough. I mean, there's still plenty of rounds. That's the thing.
Sure.
There's still 6 rounds left. I mean, they can get something going for themselves here, but 3D Max now, it's like if you've struggled this far, it's going to take just an incredible amount of willpower to just be able to get it done here. And as far as the money is concerned right now, just keyboard is not working. Okay. Yeah, as far as the money is concerned now, it's just life couldn't be more difficult for 3D Max when Kenny S has 13,000 in the bank and Existence is sitting on 12. So that's a lot of money that they're going to have to work their way through. Just back-to-back-to-back buys for Titan before 3D Max will get like an easy round, where they're just maybe half bought with SMGs or something. And
I love this angle for Existence. As soon as he spots out the player, regardless, gets smoked down. And look at this position from Kenny S. Actually missing the first. So it's a little uncommon. Actually gets out-peaked by Karon there. Going to open up and maybe give a little bit of an option. This time with a little bit more time to play with, but Existence already waiting. Just down by that side, Apex starting to herd around the back. Stonda doing damage on towards RPK, but Apex kicks into gear, finds Stonda. Existence finds one, goes for that spray adjustment, not going to claim it. And now just Apex left in that 1v2. 20 seconds to play with, slowing them down, buying time. That nade, though, going to come through 6 HP. Zart will claim it. And finally, 3D Max find that little bit of magic they needed to break into this one.
There we go. They're able to build off of the kills this time. They actually managed to just get a kill and then keep rolling with it. Instead of getting a kill and getting bogged down or wasting time, they just get that kill, keep pushing. Get that kill, keep pushing. And that's what has to happen here. It has to be just this avalanche. You know, they're Finns. They're used to snow. They need to just channel that inner snow god or whatever and just start rolling downhill. Because Titan, if they allow Titan to have time to reset, Titan are too good at communication. Titan are too good at rotations. They'll get in position to screw you.
Kenny's then just caught a pixel. I think it was Zart then pushing out towards the outside, but actually getting slowed down and in the end actually backs away. And I like that about Kenny. He's not ashamed to go and play a little passive, readjust, doesn't just stick out for these peaks, making him such a sublime AWPer. And already RPK getting a little bit curious here. And you can see the slight aggression from Titan pushing up a little bit. Even Maniac pushing up towards that radio room. Gonna look a little bit further in and working out where 3D Max aren't. So finding out where roughly they are. And this could backfire terribly. RPK could catch a good glimpse of Disturbed here, who's checking the corner. He does find the first there. RPK doing the work, allowing Maniac to just sneak up the backside, find Stonda. And now 3 left for them. Oof, they started to struggle there, but a good breakthrough from Natu could open this map up.
Didn't need to take that fight there, Maniac. That's a confidence play, basically. That's him just saying, I'm going to win this fight. Unfortunately, he doesn't, and that kind of puts his team in an awkward position. Existence has rotated back around now to cover ramp. Kenny is weakened basically in hut. He does have support from main, though. No, in vents. Apex nearly gets his face taken off, but Kenny's alone on this site, and he misses the no-scope. Instead, it's Apex coming to the rescue, getting both kills, and then Existence having rotated in on Cat. We'll find Corona trying to get out of the hut. And this is now just a catastrophe, a calamity. I mean, let's think of more words to describe just how deep 3D Max are in the hole right now. To once again win a round and then lose the subsequent one.
You can see it across their faces. You don't even need to look in game to see how bad they are for money here. They are struggling so much. And once again, 3 P250s this time, so 1 more than before. But I just don't see this working well. Kenny already spotted out 2 then, making their way towards the outside side. Maybe going to try and just overwhelm him a little, try and put him under pressure, but this man can't perform, and they're pushing close. He's going to get confident, going to get a little bit cocky maybe. But as you said, with Apex and Existence there for him, why not? They can clean it up, they can lock it down, and another round on the board for Titan.
Yep, 10 rounds now. Titan are starting to get really into that comfort zone. They now know, okay, whatever the outcome here, if they can get up to 11 rounds, they're going to be perfectly fine with that. 11-4, 12-3, that's where they start really feeling solid about their CT half. So Titan, there shouldn't be that much pressure on their shoulders right now. Everything is on the Finns. Everything is on 3D Max now to deliver. And should we actually see, you know, some kind of upper rush again with gear? Because the last time they did it, it worked, right? They had that combination Tech 9 AK Galil, and they just ran in there and just cleaned up the site. Instead, they're splitting up again, going for the slow play. And when they do that, Titans seem to find the picks because once again, Kenny has taken out Disturbed.
And look at that rotation, though. Kenny is switching up to play by ramp, allowing Existence just to watch the cross. And now the adjustment may come in and might bite them in the arse, but Kenny is waiting down low, picks up the pixel shot towards Zart, going to back up, gets the tag, slows down. I believe that was Caron, and Caron goes down. This is terrible stuff, but phenomenal from Kenny as Apex comes in. And once again, you're never going to fight these guys alone. There's always backup, and so far it's working out perfectly. Kenny S just taking over the map.
Have you ever seen, you know, well, basically the impression you get at that point is like a firing range, you know, it's just all this cement, and Kenny's just there, you know, whistling to himself as he calmly lines up target after target after target, and they all just keep coming. He put like $100 in, he's got targets all afternoon. Like 3D Max right now are hard pressed to get anything going their way. And now do they try and go for an upper rush? Or now do they try and rush anywhere on the map? No, they once again slow it down. They're looking for a pick behind the deagle, Natu looking to deliver.
We saw last time this didn't go so well. Kenny does get the tag, but Natu does deliver. You called it. Now Stonda steps up to the plate as well. 3 left. Caron finds it. Bump on towards RPK. Maybe they can get this 1-2v2. Still not found a gun, and still no hope to be found with Existence still in this. It just seems to crumble at the last second.
Yeah, just fantastic work there by Existence in particular. The rotate in, hitting that headshot with the P250. I mean, it looked a little touch and go there. I was about to say, is this really happening? 3D Max, you know, they can't win with rifles, but then you give them pistols, and yeah, no problem. They'll walk in and actually get the bomb down. That would have changed everything. Instead, now it's 3D Max just going for one last crazy buy. The 15th round of this first half. Titan up on 12 rounds. 3D Max on 2. And it's now or never. They desperately need 3 rounds here, 3D Max, to make something work. But Maniac is going to catch them trying to go for the aggression on ramp, and he gets a second kill. He's even got the 5-7 for the third, and he's going to get it as well. They're just trying to rush him down, but he does massive damage to Corone before getting taken out. And that's it. Apex is already going to be in a position to catch them as they drop down, and it's down to Corone now. Last man alive here for 3D Max. And RPK will find it. RPK, haven't really said his name much this first half. Really a little, not underwhelming, but yeah, he really hasn't seen too much action.
That upper bomb site only got toyed with a couple of times. Once it worked, and most of the time it didn't. So as you said, just didn't see much of the action, but Kenny S, just so fluid throughout this entire map, whether it be playing towards that outside hut, switching up, going down towards ramp, peeking up from crows. You could never lock this guy down. He was everywhere, and just that confidence in total existence, just kind of switching up, playing off the back of him, just filling whichever role needed, and it just played so damn well. 3D Max just seemed to never have a shot into that. But still, the side change, we're going to see us going straight into this one. I believe it is live right now. Titan are on 13 rounds. 3D Max merely on 2. They need this start.
They just... 3D Max need to lose this round like they need a hole in the head. I mean, it's not going to work if they can't pull this off. This is just a complete and utter, show of domination from Titan so far in that first half. 3D Max, just nothing really going their way. And now, well, Titan, what do they have in store for us? I mean, they have some nades, but mainly it's Kevlar. Again, I think it's just going to be the brute force method. They've got RPK out here in yard, he's solo, and then the rest of them kind of gathered up in lobby radio, looking like they might want to just head towards ramp.
And they just look fairly confident already, just holding their nerve. Apex catching a little bit of a glimpse, and I think by the vent, not sure if he actually fully saw him, but already these guys are starting to look like they're getting ready for a push down towards ramp. Zart just going to see the flash come through, force him to back away. They're going to take control. Disturb tries to help him out, but it looks like Disturb goes running right now as Titan just overtaking the map. And I don't know where they're headed, but they are off on a mission and just not losing a single point of health yet. Zart comes back for a peek, spots out the player, and 3D Max out of position. Gonna have to try and pick up the pieces. Natu on the lurk that finds out RPK. Zart gets Maniac, so they're holding on to this. But they now need to close out those other 3.
Then Apex manages to step forward, manages to get the drop on Estonda, and he's got burst mode going toe-to-toe with Natu, and he gets another headshot. Corone runs right into him. Bomb has now been planted, and Kenny S is alive behind the silo. Decides to stick it through, though, and he's going to spot the man out at long. That's Natu getting picked off. Disturbed now, 1v1. As Existence is currently hiding in Toxic. He's the safeguard here for Titan. It's all down to Kenny. It's all down to Disturbed, and Disturbed is just getting picked apart. He can't seem to hit the shot. And Kenny is just like gonna just go for the shoulder peek and annihilate him. So Titan, they pick up the pistol. And it's up to 3D Max now to go for some very odd kind of quasi-buy to see if they can't keep this off of match point.
God, and how much would you be kicking yourself for running into that one? Just that Glock to the brain, then picking up 2 in that sort of way. But RPK and Maniac both going for the, well, interesting buy-up, and Kenny S, actually. So certainly looking like the SMG might be starting to reign king here, as we do see Natu as well on the other side, going to start running with that, but still a little bit more classic from the rest with the pistols just beside them. And as we said, it's all or nothing 3D Max. They got to forge something out of nothing here. It has to happen. 14-2. It's just not good enough. They needed that start. They needed that first round on the board of the second half, but already Titan taking over the map, taking control, and such a passive play from 3D Max trying to hold these angles. It's just not working out for them.
Not this time. It looks like Apex was actually, he took a lot of damage out in yard, but Kenny is the one who picked up the initial kill. And Natu now trying to see if he can't be in a better position to deal with if this is going to be a main push from Titan. He's already lined himself up to hold. There you go. This is the kind of kills, like this is the kind of play that we need to see out of Natu. He picks up the first one, gets the second one, He's maximizing this MP9. He's doing a fantastic job, in fact. He stands his ground and nearly takes out a third. Man, insane how much damage he just did. Apex lurking out in the yard is going to catch the rotator, and it's now down to Xart. 1v2, but the damage, the health, everything is so low, and he does it. 1v3, gets the job done, and he's going to have plenty of time for the defuse to save.
The HP was so low on Titan during that. You could almost feel it was possible, and Xart just really showing what he can do when the situation was in his favor in the end there, and just working himself back into this. And you can see Natu, this was the big play for me, just locking it down, and as you said, putting himself in the position where he could do that.
Yeah, where he can make the best use of this gun. And he nearly takes out Maniac there, just so close. And that's just insane. Natu could have like single-handedly saved the day there, and he stays with it. Why change? Exactly. Why try anything else? When you have that kind of impact in a round, just keep doing it. Keep making use of that gun.
But look at what they're up against. Titan have these Tech 9s in play. They've got the head armor to boot. They've got mollies. And they've even got the AK up on Maniac so very early on. And Disturbed still down on that P250. We've got a scout in play for Stonda. Natu still with that SMG, as you said, sticking with it. But Karan going to go for the M4 and just a Galil with Exarton. What can Titan break out of this? Can they show the power of the Tech 9 once again? Apex goes hunting. Not going to find anything. Ooh, that's a mistake. Nate comes in, catching Existence and Kenny, sadly. And maybe giving away a little bit of the game, but there's the first smoke to come through. Pop Flash goes off, and he's going to push straight towards this side. Can Titan undo possibly what was the first step in the right direction for 3D Max? Already 3 players coming in and 3 players going down. 3D Max holding onto this as Maniac, the last man in this, just completely stopped at that door.
Yeah, double kill for Natu with that MP9. Just mountains of cash this guy's making right now. Corona is going to pick up 2 of his own, and Maniac is now alone. 1v5, not a whole lot of hope for him. 30 seconds left, and so this is really just going to come down to, can he catch somebody pushing? Can he catch somebody out of position? He wants to make it a little bit more expensive for 3D Max.
If he does, I'm sure they'll be kicking themselves, especially at this scoreline, even though they've picked up these rounds back-to-back now. You still don't want to give him a single inch in this, and Natu will close out. Nicely done. Good pickups from this man. Picking up 3 that round. And you can see the early kills, the 2 that came in. Flicker on there, picking up 1. And then hunting down the second swiftly. So 3D Max showing that they can compete in this, but it's a damn long road back now.
12 rounds in a row. Is it possible? That's what 3D Max need to keep their hopes alive and go to the second, to go to the third map, actually. So, I mean, it is entirely possible for them to pull that off. We've seen it. It's happened in the past.
It's just going to be a tough one. There's no doubting how talented Titan can be. And
with their T-side calls in particular, you know, that's one thing that you always have to give massive respect to Existence for. He's always able to get more out of his team on the T-side. I mean, Nuke is Nuke, Nuke being Nuke. You know, we'll just have to see them bide their time. They go for that kind of buy. They go for the kind of YOLO rush just because they know that they have such a big cushion to work with. They have a lot of time, a lot of space, but they are managing to pick up 2 kills already.
And that was just shots missed. I've got to say, it wasn't great. And now Disturbed and Natu going to have to put the pieces together up in towards that upper bomb site. I think that's RPK just trying to go for a cheeky peek. Doesn't get it. Natu deals with him. And now Existence and Kenny, it's very low. Existence did get himself the gun there, but not so he can find much more. Going to go for a bit of a spray, but to no avail. And it looks like 3D Max have just about held on to this one. I don't think Existence can do too much. Maybe I spoke too soon. He does find Disturbed, but surely not going to go hunting with this sort of HP.
Why does Disturbed peak when now all of a sudden this is a successful round for Existence? This is a successful round for Titan. They've killed 3 of them, so now 3D Max, their money is, I mean, they're not going to be able to save. They're in fact going to lose a massive amount of money just because one of them is going to have to full buy. They can't drop guns for everybody.
Yep. Maybe these small mistakes are going to cost them so much later on. This is the thing, and this sort of scoreline, I can't say it enough. You can't afford those mistakes. They've got to be so on point going forward, and we will be watching this round probably close out. I doubt anyone's going peeking here. Time for a chat quickly between the teams, almost discuss things through and through, maybe looking forward, because for me now, I want to see what Titan can bring to this. I want to see what they can bring once they get these guns in hand. See how they can deal with this one, but thankfully for Natu, in the perfect position to deal with this. This guy's showing some real prowess on that upper bomb site.
No, he is definitely locking it down. Titan, every time they run into it, they run into him, and he's just racking up frag after frag. He's second on the board right now with 15. So, on his team at least, he's leading on his team. He has seen a lot of action on A site, though, so, you know, we'll give him that. He's had more opportunity, perhaps, than some of his teammates. But there's the shot through, and Stonda, he's going to leg Apex. Apex just bravely taking that fight, going for the charge. And he actually lives through it. So now they have a little bit of information. Stonda has fallen back so far that Kenny is actually set up to get the punish on him.
Kenny does indeed. And Stonda going down early on is not exactly the best way to get this one started. Round 20 coming through, but Disturbed still finds RPK, but it's an exchange, leaving Titan with the advantage, and a fair bit of map control starting to form out for the T side. As Maniac's still in the position to try and find more lurk around, see what he can make out of it. And the 3 remaining players for 3D Max have to find themselves some positions here to make this work. Great position with Karan. You can see him there just tucked up towards that main entrance, just going to play it out. And Maniac falling back a little, going to play a little bit more passive, down by the bottom of ramp there, just going to edge his way down. Kenny, yes, starting to lurk, and time's starting to tick here. T-side going to have to make a bit of a play out of this. 33 seconds. And this is going to be a big impact round if Titan claim it.
This is Natu, though. The linchpin. This is perfect. Then this is an old Titan trick as well. They used to stuff Smiths down in Toxic every round. Use him as the security, basically, to keep them off of that bomb site. Apex, however, lurking up is actually going to shake things up a little bit, but then Corona's in position to spot only one man there. And that smoke going down to block off Natu is big. 10 seconds left here. Can Natu deny this plant? It's not going to happen. He goes for the wild spray, and he's not going to stop that plant from happening. Actually, 13 health left on Existence, so that's big that Existence still survives here. Hiding behind that smoke as well. Life just got very difficult for the remaining 3D Max players.
Yeah, but Karan's still in this, I guess. At least finds one kill there, but it's going to be Maniac and Kenny has to close it out, and one more round possibly coming up here. It's match point, not match point between these two. Titan looking focused now. Kenny is starting to feel that flow a little more, sitting himself up on 22 kills. Apex, the man beside him, on 21. Those two having an outstanding performance throughout this game.
Yep.
And just those 5 rounds on the board for 3D Max. It's a long road back, and now there is 0 room for mistake.
Exactly. Backs to the wall, 10 rounds in a row. That's why we have to find out if they can actually pull off here. Kenny, is he brave? Does he go through that? No, he doesn't. Dancing on the edge, and Stonda's going to pick up RPK, who just charged through, took Apex's position, in fact, and instead it's going to be Apex just trying to YOLO through the smoke, seeing if he can't catch Stonda out, and he just barely misses the timing. So Stonda just barely making it out of there in time. Very nicely done.
Reading the situation well, but will Apex expect the position coming out from Stonda? The push comes out, and stunning work from Stonda to turn and find Maniac as he played his way through, but it's the advantage to the CT side, but Disturbed yet to get a gun in his hands, and the T side not really gained much ground, but looking to see where 3D Max can position themselves now to await what the T side can bring.
This is going to be Disturbed just stepping into Apex. Now the man advantage has been returned. They have a 3-on-3 situation here. Titan in control of Long as well. They're probably going to be rotating that bomb down here to build up behind Kenny, who walks around a corner straight into Coron. So there's 3D Max once again back in control. Headshot there. And Apex, he's still going to turn around and take out Coron. Only thing is, it's down to Existence with 30 seconds left, and Natu waiting around that corner, takes the fight, does the damage. And so much damage actually being dealt to Existence there. It really just reduces the odds here of him actually succeeding in this scenario.
Where does
18,
he take the
15,
fight?
exactly. 15 seconds. What does he do?
Stunda's waiting for lower. We've got Natu ready for upper, and Existence, I think, knows that there's no chance into this one. It's worth keeping this AWP in hand and just watching if anyone's going to try and challenge him on the way out. You could probably deny Stunda a couple of bits and pieces here, and, well, be all and end all. Not going to be this round, at least. Titan, hold on. You're going to just maybe wait a couple more, give 3D Max that little bit of hope, and then deny them it a little bit down the line. But, you know, through and through, this is going to be a tough old game for 3D Max, even if they want to get close towards what Titan are bringing right now, whether it be just on the ecos. And Kenny is going to go for the Zeus buy-up. I'm going to use that one up. I don't think he meant that. But all in all, Armor there, still with the T side. They're looking like they want to close out regardless of the round.
Mm-hmm. And they still have so much cushion, so why not? Why not just go for the all-out aggression? Kenny, he gets flashed, actually. That's going to buy a little bit of time. Now Stonda's holding that angle. Very dangerous here if Stonda decides to peek forward. Instead, he's going to be setting up for Silo. Kenny just checking up, or is he going to hit that timing properly, though? Not going to see it for now. And he walks out and somehow doesn't hit that shot. Instead, it's Disturbed to pick him off from on high. Get a double kill, in fact, as he takes out Apex as well. And there you go. That's practically the round there for Titan. They're down to 2 guys, well, 3 guys, rather, and all of them have pistols. They need to somehow go and find those guns.
It'd be a miracle if they can get hold of them. I think actually Disturbed backed away this and not wanting to give him even a chance, and Maniac going hunting around, trying to find a weapon for his teammates. And we do see RPK recovering an AK at least into this, and it does seem as though Existence will get the AWP, but whether or not they go for a play off the back of it, who knows? They may as well. As you said, a lot of cushion here for them to play with, and you can see 3D Max just playing this so cautiously. Every single kill step matters so much to these guys. As Titans start making their way down towards lower, and they've snuck through.
They have managed to thread the needle here. Only problem is there should still be a solid defense, or solid enough on this lower site. Are they somehow going to get down here and get this bomb plant?
No one's there. This is unbelievable. How have they been allowed to get this far? Maniac goes for the peak. He spots out Zart. Gonna flash him out, slow him down. Bomb is down. This is unreal. How are they allowing them this? RPK and Maniac get 1 each, leaving just Existence. Gets caught just in the heels as Disturbed has a brilliant round picking up 4, but they got gifted so much room there.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's also the case of 3D Max just playing very, very safe, right? They're just they're looking to focus on the upper site, focus on the ways into the sites, and then they're just confident that they're going to be able to retake, right? So okay, they get the bomb plant, but at this point, you know, 3D Max are just like, well, we don't care if they have money because basically money doesn't matter at this point for them or for us. It's all about just winning these rounds round to round. So actually 3D Max was playing as safely as possible in that scenario, and it works out perfectly for them.
Terrifying to watch when Titan
really
get in those
is.
positions. It was just, if it was a step away a second earlier, who knows what could have happened. But as you said, playing safe, playing for that retake, not wanting to go for the initial challenge, and hey, it makes sense. But now the T-side are just down to pistols. We saw last time around 3D Max overturning one with just pistols, so maybe there could be something here. We know that these Tech-9's P250s all have the possibility of damage, and especially Apex with that Deagle, there's always an option, there's always an opportunity. And Stonda catching a shoulder, and that's all he needs to find a existence on the double peak there. And now the rest of the team starts here and fighting towards, but Disturbed is ready and waking, dropping out the molly, and slowing him down, and Stonda can watch the cross.
Yeah, you can see that instant reaction, that pulling back of Titan where they spot out that Molotov. They're like, nope, back up, get out. There's the beep. And instead, they're going to try and take a fight in main. In fact, this isn't too shabby. Stonda gets his 3rd kill. He gets a 4th kill. Is he going to get the 5th? Maniac lurking, and he's going to fall to Disturbed instead. So quad kill there for Stonda. Solid work for him out in the yard, just doing exactly what he needs to. Land the shots, give the information to his teammates, and with the help of Disturbed as well, you know, being able to peek up from Secret, get confirmation as to where the remaining Titan members were on the map. Just very clean work there by 3D Max, and they're still alive.
They are. They're holding on by a very thin thread. Bear in mind, it is 1 round. Titan are on to match point. They just need 1 more and they close the game.
Well, that's awkward.
That's not
It hits a bar in the thing,
Yeah.
and that actually
bounces in
bungles up the smoke.
horrific, direction. That was a real shame, but it has allowed Apex to push a little closer forward, waiting from the peak that denied Kenny S that peak earlier on, which was from Disturb, but who isn't there this time? Stonda, watching a little bit more of a passive angle, is allowing the likes of Apex to push forward, finds Caron, and this could be a disaster. Tyna breaking in, and they're taking over upper, and Kenny S is doing the work, leaving just 2.
Oh, and a great nade as well. The Stonda, he gets forced out into the open. Apex is there, ready and waiting, and it's down to XR, the last man alive here. Goes for the wild spray, and he's not going to get it done. 16-8 victory for Titan, and this one actually went according to plan, at least as far as the analysts are concerned. 2-0 win there for Titan, just very clearly on the end, just asserting dominance.